Okay, so here is a quick video to help you export your class list so that you can use that while you're waiting for Markbook to get set up. And it's also useful because you can um, download it as you have graded things in D2L and use it as your grade book rather than having to write the numbers from D2L on paper and then adding them to Markbook. You can just create a spreadsheet. So you will go to assignments and find grades there. You are going to have to start with Setup Wizard. I do not use gradebook for a semester class because it's difficult to weight things, but you might be convinced to use it when you talk to Paul, because I think Paul uses it for his classes, but I don't use it for mine. So you have chosen grade setup. You will go to start. I chose points. I have the adjusted final grade, and that's how it's released. And you can drop ungraded items or you can treat them as zeros. I am going to try to convince teachers in the next year not to use zeros. That's up to you. Automatically keep it updated. I don't click that because I tell kids not to rely on that. And I go by percentages and I display 2 decimal points. So that's a summary. Now it's all set up. Go to finish, and now your students will appear under enter grades. Now when you grade things in D2L, the grades are automatically updated in the entries from the Dropbox if you click on those, but we'll go over how to set up the Dropbox next week. So, but this, like I say, this can be helpful. So once you're in enter grades, you can go to export, and it will let you choose what you want to export. I don't have any of the information clicked here, but you can choose it if you want. I have all of these because this is an old course that I'm all done, but it will export their names even if none of these are chosen. Go to export to Excel. It prepares it for you. It's usually pretty fast. You click download, it appears, and then I drag it to my Google Drive so that it's always available. I would put it in whatever folder you're using for your course so you can find it easily. And then you'll see it shows up with their, I don't really care about the first 2 columns, so I usually delete those. I don't need their username, but that's their student number. It might be useful to have. I don't know. That's up to you. I delete those columns. Then I drag it so that, drag this down so that the headers don't move. And then I alphabetize it by last name because it doesn't necessarily come out that way. So I sort it by last name. And there you have a class list that you can use. And then you can stop using it when you have Markbook set up. But like I said earlier, I use it to keep track of all of my grades so that I'm not writing them down, that I keep them all here and then enter them from here. So hopefully that is helpful if you need a class list before Markbook gets set up.